Hi, welcome to this lesson, a new topic on weather and climate. Key question: why do different places experience different weather and climate? You might have come across this quote before: the weatherman is always right, at least on his birthday. So, this quote implies that weather may not always be accurately forecasted. Okay, so this is today's weather. I recorded this on Saturday. The temperature is 29. It's rainy with thunderstorm. So what are the weather elements? I just mentioned two, temperature and rainfall. So what are the others? Okay, have a look. You have cloud cover, air pressure, you have wind, and relative humidity. Okay, so can you think of an acronym that will nicely help you remember the weather elements? So may I suggest crater, C for cloud cover, R for rainfall, A for air pressure, T for temperature, and yes, I shifted E. So it's actually W for wind and R for relative humidity. Now, what's the difference between weather and climate? It's a key learning outcome. So the key difference is due to time frame. So weather is a condition of the atmosphere over short term on a daily basis, while climate is the average weather condition, average condition of atmosphere over a long period of time, okay, usually 30 years. What's the atmosphere? The atmosphere is a layer of air surrounding the Earth. So weather, as I mentioned, may not be accurately forecasted, but a pattern is observed according to climatic types. Now, what are the temperature readings? I mentioned 29 degrees. That's actually, to be precise, mean daily temperature. Okay, so it's the sum of hourly temperatures divided by 24 hours. Okay, what other temperature readings do we have? We have the mean annual temperature. The word mean means average. Okay, so mean annual means yearly, so the average yearly temperature. How do we describe temperature? Let's take 29 degrees. Okay, so it's found here between 20 to 30, so it's considered hot or high. So any temperature above 30 will be considered very hot or very high. Okay, so you'll find these tables on textbook page 255, very useful tables. A fun fact, Inuka. Have you visited a zoo before? Okay, Inuka passed on in 2018, so you might have seen him before. So do you know that he is the first and only polar bear to be born in the tropics? Polar bears live in the polar region. And so I mentioned two climatic zones here, tropics and the polar region. So this slide nicely puts together identifies all the climatic zones. So you have tropics, temperate, and polar. So where are they found? So this table is a good summary on where the different climatic zones are found. I want to alert you that between 0 to 30 degrees is described as low latitudes, and 30 to 60 will be described as middle latitudes, and above 60 will be described as high latitudes. I've come to the final section, a very important one on how the Earth is warmed, how the atmosphere is warmed. So incoming solar radiation, okay, otherwise known as or also known as shortwave radiation, consists of visible light and UV rays. Okay, so as you can see in this slide here, some of which may be reflected by Earth and the atmosphere. Okay, the atmosphere like clouds, all right, and most of it is being absorbed into the ground and then re-emitted as LWR. What's LWR? Okay, it will be long wave radiation. Okay, so long wave radiation, in simple term, heat. And heat is being absorbed by greenhouse gases, and this gives us warm temperature. Okay, so this information, okay, on how the Earth is warmed can also be found on textbook page 174. Okay, so do try to make notes by this as soon as you can to help you retain your learning. All right. I look forward to see you soon. Goodbye.